Hey y'all, welcome back to Decode's Concept Corner. Today we're going to be learning all about short vowel sounds. First, let's go over what our vowels are. We have 5 vowels in our alphabet: A, E, I, O, and U. And they all make 2 different sounds, a short sound and a long sound. Today we're going to be focusing on our short vowel sounds. We start with short vowel sounds because they're the most common sounds that you'll come across in a word. To introduce short vowels to Decode Project, we start by using a story, keywords, and motions. So first, let's close our eyes. I want you to imagine you're walking through your favorite grocery store. You go to the fruit section and you pick up something. It can be held in your hand. It's round. It has a shiny skin. It can be red. It could be green. What am I thinking of? That's right, an apple. Now let's think about what the first sound we hear in apple is. Let's slow it down. Apple, apple. At the beginning, I hear and that's our first short vowel sound. Now that we figured out what our first short vowel sound is, let's find a way to remember it. So our key word is apple, right? And we know that the beginning sound in apple is which is our short A sound. To remember this with our decoders, we're going to use a special motion. So we're going to start with our hand right here like we're holding a big apple. And we're going to bring it around like we're taking a huge bite of our apple. While we do this, we're going to say apple, apple, Now that we learned our short vowel sound and motion for A, I'm going to move on to our next short vowel sound. Now I'm thinking about an animal. This animal is really big, it's gray, it has huge ears, and a long trunk. Do you know what animal I'm thinking about? That's right, an elephant. Let's give a name to our elephant. We can name it Eddie or Ella. I'm gonna go with Ella. Let's think about the first sound that we hear in Ella. Ella. I hear and that's our short vowel sound for E. Now let's think of our motion that we can use to remember our short vowel sound for E. I'm going to hold up my hands to my face like I have 2 really huge elephant ears. And I'm gonna go up and down while I say Ella, Ella, Now that we learned our short vowel motion and sound for E, let's move on to our next one. For this one, I'm thinking of a word. It's a feeling. When you go outside in the summer, sometimes you get bit by a bug. And then you have a little bump and you start to do this. And that's because you feel what? Itchy. Exactly. So that's our keyword for our short vowel sound for I. What's the first sound that we hear at the beginning of the word itchy? Let's slow it down. Itchy. Itchy. I hear it. So that's our short vowel sound for I. Our motion for our short vowel sound for I is itchy, itchy, it, like we're scratching a bug bite. Now that we learn our short I sound and motion, let's move on to our next vowel sound. Now I'm thinking of another animal. This animal lives in the sea. It has 8 tentacles, they're really long and flowy, and sometimes this animal makes ink. Do you know what I'm thinking about? That's right, an octopus. Let's give a name to our octopus. I'm thinking Ollie. What's the first sound that we hear in Ollie? Let's slow it down. Ollie. Ollie. I hear ah. So that's our short O vowel sound. Now let's do our motion for our short O. I'm going to wave my fingers like they're really long, flowy tentacles in the water. And I'm gonna go over my head and say, Ollie, Ollie, ah. Now we're going to move on to our last short vowel sound. For this short vowel sound, I'm going to picture I'm in an elevator and I wanna go to the top floor. Which way am I gonna go? Up, exactly. Our key word for our short U sound is upper. Let's think about the first sound we hear in the word upper. Upper. I hear that sound. So our short U sound is up. For our short U motion, we're going to do a little dance. We're gonna go like this. Upper, upper, up. And if you're not comfortable doing that, we can just point up like this. Upper, upper, Now that we've learned all of our short vowel sounds, we're going to do some quick multisensory activities that you can use to reinforce our short vowel sounds and motions. For our first activity, we're going to play short vowel Pictionary. This is a great activity for your kids who like to draw or who enjoy art or who might be visual learners. To play this game, we're going to think of a word with a short vowel sound in it. Then we're going to think of a picture that can represent that word. We're going to have 30 seconds to draw our picture, and your reader is going to take that time to guess what your word is. Let's practice. Okay, time's up. Can you guess what I drew? That's right, a cat. Let's break apart the sounds that we heard in cat. This is a great opportunity for us to use that segmenting skill that we worked on last time. So let's slow it down. Cat, cat. I hear 3 sounds in my word. I hear at. I hear a really special sound in the middle of my word, cat. I hear that short A vowel sound. Can we remember what our short A sound says? Let's do our motion. Apple, apple, at. You hear that ah sound. So you can keep playing rounds of this with your decoder to practice hearing those short vowel sounds. It's really important that after you draw the picture and your decoder guesses the word, you reinforce the sounds with our motions. I hope you enjoyed learning about some of the fun activities we use here at Decode Project to teach short vowel sounds. Now I'm going to go over a few tips and tricks to keep in mind while teaching your decoders at home or at school. Tip number 1, we can use a mirror to help our decoders see that our mouth makes different shapes when we say different sounds. Sometimes decoders get the short E and the short I sound mixed up, so this is a great tool to show them. When we say the short E sound, our chin drops when we say eh. But when we say the short I sound, our mouth almost makes a smile or a grin. We go eh. A mirror is a great tool for them to be able to see that difference. So remember, short I makes a grin and short E drops the chin. For tip number 2, instead of always using our short vowel motions to help reinforce the short vowel sound, if our decoders come across a word in a book and they don't want to do the full motion, we can just tap on our table with 2 fingers. We can do something like apple, It's really important to make sure that we're starting with our finger that's on the left and then going to our finger that's on the right, because when we read, we're always going from left to right. Our third tip is to use a short vowel flashcard. This is something we use all the time here at Decode in our sessions, or we might give out to our caregivers and community. This has pictures to help us remember those key words that we use to remember our short vowel sounds. Our decoders might take a glance at this while they're reading a short vowel word in a page, in a book, or in one of our sentence strips, and this just helps jog their memory for what those short vowel sounds are. Last but not least, I want to give a final reminder to have fun while you're doing these sessions with your decoders. Making sure that you're getting up and moving and using some of these multisensory tools is key to making reading fun and engaging for your learners. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Decode's Concept Corner, and we can't wait to see you in our next one on long vowels.